Oh, hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community, and welcome to another quarantine coffee break with Dr. Sherman. A increasingly, frustratingly common subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, not D-Class Sherman, not D. Sherman, as in D-Sherman like D-Class Sherman, not D that, nor SCP-53RM, I think it was none of the above. None of the above are accurate. And so, as always, even while I am stuck in quarantine, because it turns out there may be other anomalies or cognitohazards in effect. Oh, we'll be talking about that today. I am still here with my metaphorical door open, because in fact, a quarantine, my door does not open. But metaphorically, my door is open to you all, the Site 42 and greater SCP Foundation staff, to educate, illuminate, elucidate you all to the greater mysteries of the SCP Foundation, your workplace of choice or circumstance. Whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff who contains them, the group of interest who are really annoyed by the containing stuff, or hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the Foundation's purview, whether it be because they are from different multiverses or pataphysical narrative levels, i.e. fandoms, I'm here to make sure you have the top-rate knowledge to survive your work here at the Foundation. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of today's stream, let me first complete my last little bit of stream maintenance here. Done. Set. Take it to the top. Make sure everything's in line. Good. So, before we begin, Dr. Sills, welcome to Site 42's chat, and congratulations on being first in the chat today. Meanwhile, Senior Researcher Frogman, Clover On Pause, Mr. Scum, Director Ethan, Silent Follower, Junior Researcher Sally, Billy the Go-Goat, Puppet Boy, Zerdrin, Justifactory, Director Ethan, Cool Man Fight, Amber. Good to see you all in the chat nice and early, and thank you for being members. Meanwhile, Latique, Smallish Games, SCP-049, Joey Smith, Atlas, and Chaos Goblin Dogs. Welcome to stream early, just for being you. So, Phase 1. Why are we still here? Well, as of yesterday, my second day in quarantine yesterday, I informed you that besides being accused of possibly being anomalous, which, reminder, perfectly normal, average, non-anomalous, human site director of Site 42, and my pen, a perfectly harmless, non-anomalous pen. Completely so. And not a human pen, because a human pen would be anomalous, but in fact, this is a normal pen, non-anomalous, and I'm a normal site director, non-anomalous. But because I went out to a little party, I went out to a couple of bars, and those bars erupted into blazing, awesome salsa parties and waltz socials. They think I've got some sort of cognitohazard that makes people want to dance. That's ridiculous, might I add. dancing is awesome. Everyone should dance because it's a good time. It's very healthy for your body. It's healthy for your brain. It's healthy for your socializing. So, no, not anomalous, just fun dance vibes. That's all. Furthermore, yesterday they added to the pillar accusations that I somehow have a black-eyed demon power form. I don't know what that's about. Some people are accusing me of being an avatar of the Scarlet King. Ridiculous poppycock. And there are some out there, some who have some interesting logic foo, that because I am a Florida man, and Florida men are inherently anomalous, that I must, by transitive property here, be anomalous. Which again, listen, two statements can be true that are mutually exclusive. I can be a Florida man, and Florida man can be anomalous. That doesn't mean I'm anomalous. That doesn't logically mean anything. Sometimes we get caught in a situation of quantum uncertainty. We get caught in a place where the pataphysical layers don't match. Maybe because someone up there wrote themselves into a corner. And so what are we supposed to do with that? Well, the quantum physics division is currently working on the quantum anomalous superposition I may be in. They're calling me a Shermdinger's anomaly right now, which is not going to stick. Neither is Shermanomalous. You're making up nicknames, which is a flagrant waste of time because they're not going to stick. Furthermore, the pataphysics department is inquiring with higher narrative level beings to try and sort this out. But that was all up to yesterday. Today, it's gotten worse. Today, they've decided to keep me in for another 24 hours. And they're saying it's because I must have some cognitohazard relating to SCP-4521, which is poppycock because it's the tree that's anomalous, not me, the tree. And so, yes, I am wanting to make the tree scream because the tree needs to scream because it's not screaming. That doesn't reflect on me. That reflects on the freaking tree. And so, no, that is not a valid reason to keep me locked up here. Not okay. And on top of that, that's not even up. On top of that, they're claiming that I am a infectious vector for SCP-022-J-2. Me, an infection vector for common fucking sense? The idea that titanium can't be used for just everything willy-nilly? You think that is an infection of a magnetic cognitohazard? I understand Foundation protocol. I have worked here longer than I haven't worked here. And I understand the safety protocols. It's fine. It's fine. It's for the good of the Foundation. It's for the good of normalcy. We'll test this out, and it'll all be taken care of. And I will be released so I can get back to work. Okay. Before I jump into the donos and the chat, let me premise this stream with saying We are sponsored today. We're going to be sponsored for a couple days because all the things we're doing are Kickstarters. And so they need constant upkeep. That's the Kickstarter way. And so today, if you go into the description, you will see a link which I will put into the chat so we have it for later. Because our sponsor for today is VIPC and their newest series of SCP playing cards. And so I showed you these before. Yesterday we talked about the SCP comic book. Yes, sponsored by them as well. But they had just started their Kickstarter and they wanted like $3,000 and they got funded in one day, which is awesome. And also, this one started about a month ago, and it asked for $3,800, and it got a lot more than that. And in fact, if you look at this number, 59,796, that is their very last stretch goal. Sorry, I have to go past all of these cool trading cards first. That is their last stretch goal, if we pass that. And so the question is, can we pass that? And for the, just for the collector deck doing its cool Star Wars opening here. And then all of the different sets of cards, including Dr. Sherman, not Dr. Sands, Dr. Sherman of the SCP Foundation. Yeah, that's a better one. And so we have a whole bunch of various decks. They have all sorts of shiny coverings. I personally enjoy the ones with the rainbow holograms. I just like the colorful things in life. And so they all have different qualities. This is my favorite one. And so there's all these different variety of shiny cards. These are our friends at VIPC. We've worked on them on the past. They say after this deck, they're going to move on to some other business, probably. So this probably will be their last set of SCP playing cards. So if you don't have any, this is your opportunity. Intern Agatha. Shouldn't the card design have a D-class uniform for Dr. Sherman? Is that what you're saying? Thank you, VIPC, for sponsoring Site 42. And get your cards. I think there's, what, 4 days left in that stream? Yeah, 4 days left in that pre-sale. So get them while they're cheaper, because they are on a slight discount during the Kickstarter, I believe. All right. Sherm, you get the donuts I sent you? I traded them for info on how to make the tree scream. They're not giving me food right now because they're afraid people are going to hide nail files in the food. Which I wouldn't. I follow protocols. Excuse me, don't accuse me. I accuse you, j'accuse. All right. Let me check on the dono so I don't fall too far behind. Just Alice, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself a bag of potato chips on your way past the commissary. You're an anomaly now. Makes grabby hands for screenwriting reasons. Tee-hee. I am not anomalous. I am a normal, average, human, non-anomalous site director. And you can put me in your animated show, which looks very good, about the SCP Foundation. But not anomalous. I'm not. It wouldn't make sense in the canon. And there is no canon, so you can kind of do whatever the hell you want now that I think about it. What about the blue hair then? Your hair looks anomalous. I got my hair did, and it looks good. I don't know what y'all are talking about. Cool Man Fight, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a bowl of sour candies on your way past the commissary. Hello, Dr. Sherman. SCP site named Fortress Dwarf just have attacked a giant slug and spider, but we beat them back for the time being. Good. Those dwarf are industrious types. Very regimented. I appreciate that. Of all the anomalous races, not the most... As much as I don't like most anomalies, the dwarfs are almost okay in my book. Desk, I did not see your Parks and Rec reference, but I do approve. Lil Sebastian would be proud. Voidy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a churro on your way past the commissary. You did not leave a message in your donation, so I'm just going to say thank you for your generosity. Chris the Direwolf Boy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some chips and guac on your way past the commissary. If all Florida men are anomalies as the norm, then a non-anomalous Florida man is anomalous. If a non-anomalous Florida man is the norm, then a non-anomalous Florida man is anomalous. But then it's not anomalous, but it is anomalous because it's not anomalous. Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed. Your logic is, in fact, dizzying. Dr. Myrona Ledoux, thank you for your 2-month member message here at Site 42. We appreciate your Mobile Task Force captainship. Your service and your membership in the battle against the White Names is laudable. Sorry to see you're still in containment. Yeah, me too. If it helps, I'll put in a good word with Psych next time I'm over there. Maybe get Psych to check in on Steve and the rest of the containment staff's heads on why they think that me wanting 4521 to scream makes me anomalous, or why being right about titanium is not a good metal for everything means that I am a vector of transmission for SCP-022-J. 2 new and spurious accusations that weren't there yesterday and now are here today to justify another 24-hour hold. The system is good. The system is fine. The SCP Foundation would not let me down. It's fine. I saw a Ko-Fi donation come in. Let me get to that before I forget the notification was there. Drac, thank you for your first donation on the Ko-Fi. Thank you for taking the long journey to the Ko-Fi. That way we had YouTube not take 30% of the proceeds. I appreciate your efforts. Director, Dr. Sherman Anomalous, not my name. The tree is dancing. Shows you tree dancing video. They're not going to let me see the phone. So unless you have the video and I can look up the video file, I'm kind of screwed right now. The Thomas, thank you as well for your first donation of the day and by doing so through the Ko-Fi. Make sure to grab yourself a chicken sandwich on your way past the commissary. I see you're still in containment. Yep. Prepare to explain why several times over your broadcast for the 3rd day in a row. That's the problem with the office hours is people can come and go when they please, but that's part of streaming. We all understand it. It's part of the culture. You see, it's part of the culture. Thanamy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream through the Ko-Fi. Make sure to grab yourself a burger on your way past the commissary. Finally catching a stream again, but if they suspect you of being anomalous, then why do they put you in a D-class suit? Isn't that mislabeling, which would be against some protocol? It's just what they had to put me aside in quarantine, that's all. This is standard protocol around here. We don't, the quarantine suits, it depends on what you're up to. Justifactory, thank you for your first donation through the Ko-Fi today. Much obliged. Make sure to grab yourself some udon on your way past the commissary. Why are all the walls green and talking about how to mod Minecraft? I tried following the purple, but it only led to the bright orange. Are you in Surrealistics, or are you trapped in Minecraft? Are you trapped in the Surrealistics department's Minecraft server? I do not relish anyone who ends up there. Oh. Alright, cool, we're clear here. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. Did you know there are 6 primary colors of jade? I did not know that. This is new information for me. The more you know. Terragal, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a yoo-hoo on your way past the commissary. Terragal says, I see you're still in quarantine. Yep. So how much longer will they be testing you for anomalous abilities, and how many anomalous abilities did they find? They didn't find any. They've accused multiple. Right now, what's the list? Cognitohazardous causing dancing all around me? No, that's the party balloon anomaly. We have that in containment. I don't do that. Black demon eyes and demon powers? What are you talking about? Avatar of the Scarlet King? Crazy talk. Being a Florida man? We're in a little bit of a pataphysical snare, a little quantum superposition about the truth of that, but we're working on it. And now they're saying that wanting to make SCP-4521 scream makes me anomalous and not the tree. Not the tree? Excuse me? And then they're accusing me of being a vector of transmission for 022-J, which I call just spitting common sense and facts, because titanium is not good for everything, and if anyone crosses me again on that line, I will punch them in the dick with a titanium fist. It's okay. It's okay. Desk is telling me that you guys can't say clown milk anymore? That the auto mod is picking up clown milk? A completely made up thing that we made up? It seems to be working. Desk, are you sure that it was auto-modded? It was auto-modded on Alki. It was auto-modded on Director Ethan. Huh. Weird. It's auto-modding a lot of them, is what Desk is showing me. Ooh, well, no, because Dr. Singer said it, and Dr. Singer is a white name. The Thomas, thinking it was just a white name thing was a good idea. But, weird. Maybe it's only if you just say clown milk and nothing else? Weird. I'll have to look into the auto mod. I didn't change it. I didn't make clown milk a problem. Oh my god. My entire thing is people being held for review for clown milk now. Why are you hiding clown milk from us, YouTube? Give me a second. I find this peculiar. Moderation. I promise I did not put clown milk into the AutoMod's blocked words to try and tamp down on the creation of Clown Milk Jesus. And it is in fact not in the blocked words. How peculiar. I don't actually know what to do about that. Thanks, YouTube, I guess. All right, well, let's let that fly by. Just Alice, thank you for donating again. Not what the script says, I'm afraid. Collab with Anomaly, you become an anomaly. Listen, Just Alice. While I do think your SCP animated show that is severely underknown and underrated is pretty darn good, if some alternate universe Sherm shenanigans cause me to be further quarantined because they see that Dr. Sherman anomaly and think I'm a Dr. Sherman anomaly, oh, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Orange Cloud, now with extra carrots and strawberries. Very interesting and festive. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Get yourself some saltwater taffy on your way past the commissary. Can you, like, not torture my boss before I pull up Michael Afton and turn into an arsonist? Please. I would be most grateful and not arsonistic if you would free my boss, Dr. Sherman. Thank you. No. We can't burn down the site. Remember, there are protocols here. We follow the protocols and everything turns out all right. That is how the Foundation works, so it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Even if they're seemingly finding more seemingly tenuous anomalies each day, it's going to be fine. The system works. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, do you know the atomic weight of silver? Not off the top of my head, no. And can I get a happy birthday coffee for my 33rd birthday? And I got some dream cake for everyone here. Well, happy 33rd birthday to you, Cool Man Fight. And everyone can please enjoy some cake as you like it. Snoozy, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself an egg on your way past the commissary. Please contain the roaring night. Well, right now, isn't it locked in the shelter? Seems pretty contained to me. Don't go in the shelter. It's fine. I see a Ko-Fi donation came in. Let me catch that before I forget the notification. Thanamy, thank you for donating through the Ko-Fi again. Wait, so knowing about metal properties and their uses is anomalous? Because as a metal worker, I know titanium isn't the best for all, and if you need something to hit people with, I have a self-made two-handed steel mace if you want. Yes, I appreciate the sentiment. And no, knowing that titanium is not perfect for everything is not, in fact, anomalous. It is not SCP-022-J-2, because SCP-022-J-2 doesn't exist. All it is knowing what the hell you use titanium for and don't use titanium for. It's not that deep. It's not anomalous to not use titanium on the cell for a giant monster that can break through titanium. That is just bad containment procedures and the stopping thereof. I am not anomalous, and they will let me out when All of this is cleared up. It'll be fine. Also, Drac, thank you for donating through the Ko-Fi again. Dr. Sherman ANOMALOUS. Sounds so funny. I like saying Dr. Sherman ANOMALOUS. Can I keep saying it? Please. It's a bit of a touchy subject right now, don't you think? It's a bit of a problem on my end. I'm not anomalous, that's what they all say. Gotcha. This is not a mystery to be solved here, unless the mystery is why people keep saying I'm anomalous while they're not anomalous. Wait, Radiger kidnaps you, you get sucked into the shark punching center, you're thrown in containment, Clown Milk gets modded. Is someone out to get our dear Dr. Sherman? Okay, when you put it like that, actually there might be a mystery to be solved here. This has been a pretty rambunctious, I don't know, working at the Foundation is pretty chaotic. Let's not look for patterns where there aren't patterns, okay? Sometimes crazy shit just happens. This is the Foundation, after all. Still a D class. I'm not a D class. I am just in quarantine. That is all. Fox and Bunny, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a waffle on your way past the commissary. What if the anomaly is just the friends we made along the way? Well, your friend's anomalous, and if they're anomalous, they're no friend of mine. Because we're not friends with the anomalies, we contain them. SCP Posescu. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. I'm just realizing that I'm annoyed at not pronouncing your name right. I'm going to look up what that little C with an accent is real quick. C with accent. What the hell is that? That is a underline. C with Caron. Ch. Oh, it is ch like chocolate. I was right in the first place. At least that's what the internet says. And the internet is never wrong. Can't even say that with a straight face. Anyways, I returned to just see you in a D-class outfit. Yes, I'm in quarantine. I'm not a D-class, reminder. I'm not a D-class. I know the Foundation can be pretty bananas sometimes, literally. Like when the banana pill with Deado got loose. Yeah, that was pretty bad. But you have to admit, it's a lot for a short period of time. I would need a statistician to confirm that, because it is pretty crazy here. So, yeah. Time check, please. At Prickly Pickle, we are currently at 35 minutes into stream. My intention is for this to be 60 to 90 minutes, which leaves you 25 to 55 minutes left. Cameron, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a plate of flapjacks on your way past the commissary. Dr. Knight Memo. To any persons in my division partaking in spurious accusations of anomalous status for the lulz going forward, I am recommending you share a cell with Dr. Sherman. Ask him if it's funny. See? Yes. Correct. It's not humorous to make false accusations. So this better not be false accusations. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. Of course, brass is the best metal in the world. Brass? Brass. You're gonna go with brass. Well, I do like a little jazz, so you know what? I'm with you. Let's go. We can toot our horns over this. Rosie, thank you for your 10-month member message. As a mobile task force captain here at Site 42, we appreciate your membership and your service, especially in the battle against the white names. Well, hello again. It's been quite some time. I'm back again. How are you? I'm not dead, I suppose. Might continue with the SCP I was making. Well, so far, besides being in quarantine, I'm pretty fine. I've been keeping up with my yoga. I've been not eating too much because there's only so much food they give you in quarantine, I guess. Yeah, I'm certainly doing fine. Especially better if they let me out. Just Alice, thank you for donating again. It's not that underrated. Episode 2 was rushed, but oh boy, just you wait till I see it in store for episode 3. If you'll permit me, I'll hopefully have some lines for you soon. Yeah, I'll make a little cameo. That could be fun. Cameo in the Just Alice's YouTube show Anomaly, an SCP animated series. Yes. And okay, I did this at the end of stream yesterday, but I'm going to do it now. That way I'm not waiting until the end of stream because I don't always have to do it right at the end of stream. But there is another SCP animated show who I am recommending these days. And they go by the name Silent Madness. And Silent Madness is an SCP animated series with one episode out. The animator is looking for motivation from a crowd, so I'm saying, hey, we can probably do that. But you watch this and you got I think that's a pretty good preview. That was horrifying. I hope I didn't jump scare anybody. But, yeah. So go check out SCP Silent Madness. See if you like what they're doing. I like to describe it as a little bit of the hyper-violence and smooth, but kind of low-effort, not low-effort, but low-res animations of the Newgrounds era, which, you know, I'm nostalgic for, so I'm a big fan. So, yeah, we'll see if Silent Madness keeps up and gives us more episodes. I would like to see it. Oh, we don't need that intensity right now, please. Chill out. And we don't need that blinding me either. All right, I saw a couple Ko-Fis come in. Let me double check those before I forget the notification. Junior Researcher Sally, thank you for buying your first donation of the day through Ko-Fi. Make sure to grab yourself a grapefruit soda on your way past the commissary. Doc Sherman ANOMALOUS, not my name, is your quarantine cell made out of titanium? You know what? When you're making an audiophonics lab, which is where they're quarantining me, titanium would be one of the worst materials to make it out of because it would be a reflective metal, whereas a foam and wood walls would be so much less echoey. So once again, if it were made by titanium, I would be properly and with moral authority throwing a fit. Drac, thank you for donating to the Ko-Fi again. Do you like polycrystalline diamond? I am unfamiliar with what a polycrystalline diamond is. Polycrystalline diamond is a synthetic material, so fake diamonds, which means we're sticking it to the diamond industry, which makes me happy. Yeah. Fake diamonds that we can use to, drill bits, it looks like. Or sanders. Is that what we're going with here? Cool. So yes, I think those are fine. Especially when they are used for their proper purposes, which you'll notice is just as applicable to polycrystalline diamond as it is to titanium. It's all about the use case. And so it's not wrong or anomalous to call out when someone's using titanium for a boneheaded idea that won't work. Do some SCP bones react the same way human bones do when archaeologists taste lick them? Also, is the wait to message longer today, or am I just losing it? The slow mode should be by default. The normal... Oh! My apologies. It did not save my changes there. Thank you for calling that out, mac and cheese. It is typically 30 seconds. I don't know why it was set to 60. Peculiar. Yeah, no. Everyone who was saying the chat was slower than usual, you are not crazy. You are not a conspiracy theorist. The slow mode was on the wrong setting, and I don't know why. But it is now fixed. Meanwhile, SCP bones have other purposes. Or anomalies. If they are SCPs, they are anomalies. And so it depends on the anomalous effect of that, but I don't think any of them specifically have an anomaly centered around being licked. Thankfully. I don't need any anomalous bone licking going on around here. Strip that from the record, please. Onyx the Artist, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a sausage on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, every morning I wake up feeling like the last day was a video game that never happened, which causes disassociation and anxiety. I'm scared. Well, whether that's the product of an anomaly or just natural human anxiety, I believe there are things you can do to ground with either friends or a therapist that can help you to get through that. I am not an expert on psychology and psychiatry, so you would want to talk to someone a little more knowledgeable. Wes Go Crazy, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Justifactory, thank you for donating to the Ko-Fi again. Someone from security found me and helped me find my way back to normal reality, though the walls have taught me what a mixin is. The only context that I have for a mixin is what you mix in your ice cream when you go to Cold Stone Creamery. They call the toppings the mix-ins. That's all I know about mix-ins. You're gonna have to elaborate further, and I'm kind of scared to ask you to. Drac, thank you for donating through the Ko-Fi again. Mama gave me a bunch. Also, Chris said a company called Diamondback Covers makes 3D printer nozzles out of polycrystalline diamonds. Interesting. Well, I do not work with 3D printer technology technically, so it's not something I would seem to encounter. Let's get back to where we are here. Are you called SCP-53RM right now? No! I am not an SCP. I am not anomalous. I'm not on the SCP database as an anomaly listed as an SCP or by any other group of interest. Not anomalous. Perfectly normal. human, non-anomalous site director, as is my pen, a perfectly normal, non-anomalous pen, which is not a human pen, because that would be anomalous. No, it is a normal, non-anomalous pen, just as I am a normal, non-anomalous site director. And this quarantine thing will blow over. It's fine. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. I'm in charge of the Flame Lads. We use flamethrowers. And thank you for donating again to continue. The Flame Lads is demanding more flamer fuel to kill some giant spiders and snakes. I do not like giant spiders or snakes, but you need to pass it by Steve, who has to approve of neutralizations of anomalies while I am indisposed. Because the Foundation does not destroy anomalies willy-nilly, not when we can test them. SCP Pochescu, thank you for donating again. How to deal with the ethics committee when you turned your friend into a piece of bread. Pray? Because, yeah, that's not going to go well for you. Da Bird, Animatronic, and Moose Can Fly, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. It's been so long since I saw you. You look a little tired. Are you okay, gang? Intern Harper, I've been in quarantine for 3 days. They're claiming I have all sorts of anomalous abilities that I clearly do not have. So, yes, I'm a bit tired. The Thomas just pledged a pretty big pledge to Maze of Shelves. All right, buddy. Well, thank you for supporting the sponsor and us in the meantime. Much obliged. And thank you for donating to us to tell you you pledged to the sponsor. That is like supportception. Senior Researcher Frogman, your pledge is also good. I'm not out here trying to rank people's finances and pledges. I just appreciate support of all kinds. Harper, thank you for messaging again. I hope they let you out soon. Haha, I do love your videos for real. Yeah, they say it's only 24 hours more, but they said that 48 hours ago, so we'll see. I think they're running out of tests. I think they're gonna have to let me out tomorrow. I just wanted to get the embedded survivor pledge. The Thomas going for the big rewards. You love to see it. Rose Lady, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a mango smoothie on your way past the commissary. Hey, Dr. Sherman, question. How does one enter yellow jackets into the system? Little shits won't die, or are they in my walls now? Oh! Unfortunately, they are non-anomalous, and we cannot enter non-anomalies into the containment system. But yeah, I feel you. That's rough. Wait, what? Oh, jeez. Okay. That's why you shared that. Oh, the Thomas. The Thomas did the tier where they put you into the comic book, which was only available for one person. All right, that is some Christmas money you just threw down, my man. I hope they coordinate with you well and that your story is well told. Jeez. That's one way to get yourself into the SCP universe. In the comics. All right. I didn't even scroll that down the tier. I just wanted to see what came with the Dr. Sherman comic cover. Cameron, thank you for donating again. A Dr. Knight's memo. No, even accusing MacArthur, SCP J. Bane of my sobriety, is not acceptable, even if he is existing too loudly. Hey, existing too loudly gets... that. They always say I talk with the caps lock on. Is this... Don't put that in the universe. They're gonna accuse me of that next. Gamer Alex, thank you for your first donation of today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a funnel cake on your way past the commissary. And you did not actually send a message, so just thank you for your generosity. Bum 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 bum. Drac, thank you for donating through the Ko-Fi again. Brings you a piece of infinite cake. Chris said if you eat this, it will prove you are not anomalous. Something about it makes more if anomalous things eat it. How does that work? All right, you're gonna have to file like 8 pieces of paperwork to get that through the quarantine. But yes, if I eat, oh no. While it would prove that I was not anomalous, it would also spawn a second cake, meaning now there's another anomalous infinite cake to continue to eat, which would be resource intensive. I put it in just in case because it would prove my innocence, but I don't know that they let it fly. Sometimes the Foundation is very anal retentive about these things. Paul and Karma, thank you both for subscribing to Site 42. Welcome to staff. Dr. Sherman, I tried talking to the O5 and they are agreeing to either give you your position back or keep you in containment for another week. How do you feel? What do you mean? Is it like a 50-50 shot? I am still site director of this site. They haven't fired me. I'm not suspended. I'm just in quarantine, which is a proper procedure. It's fine. Steve is doing a fine job as interim director, as I can tell. I don't like how this is going. Let me out now. Mallow, you're incorporeal. You can walk through walls, you idiot furry bait. Edward, thank you for your 3-month member message. As a level 1 researcher here, we appreciate your membership and your service, especially researching plans to fight the battle against the white names. 3 months. It's been fun, Dr. Sherman Anomaly. Not my name. I'm glad it's been fun. That's not my name. Is there a ramen SCP? Well, Gamer Alex, I know for a fact that there's at least a chicken soup anomaly, but let me see what happens if I pull up a ramen. That's a tale called Warm Milk and Ramen. SCP-6001 contains someone claiming the best ramen in the world. That's just a side part of the anomaly, though. It's not anomalous ramen. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I'm not seeing any anomalous ramen noodles. You could check the international branches if you want to keep looking, though. Dr. Sherman, I've noticed you have had some anomalous properties. We might have to put you in the box. Intern Jinx, I am not anomalous. I am a perfectly normal, average, human site director, as is my pen. A perfectly normal, average pen. Not a human pen. A human pen, that would be anomalous. And this is a non-anomalous pen. As am I, a non-anomalous site director. So, no, we do not need any boxes here. This quarantine in the frickin' audiophonics lab is bad enough. Dr. Sherman, more likes than viewers. You are correct. We have 179 likes and 170 viewers. Congratulations, Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codename The Signal Boosters. You have successfully pushed the likes over the viewers, which means that the YouTube algorithm will continue to pull people into the stream, where they will become Psi-42 fans, and then SCP Foundation fans, and they will be trapped in the SCP fandom forever. We appreciate your service in this matter. You have pulled me in. Damn right, Burning Spice Cookie. Welcome, and I hope you're having a good time. Just Alice, thank you for donating again. It's been fun, but I've got lots of project work to get back to. Catch you on the next one, peeps. And Sherm, who is totally normal and not anomalous. I know, right? Totally normal and non-anomalous. For sure. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for gifting 10 Site-42 memberships to our Containment Hazard Assessment Team, aka Chat. And chatters, if you got one of those memberships from Chris, make sure to thank them for their generosity. Meanwhile, the Ko-Fi is got a donation. Drac, thank you for donating again. How do I do paperwork? This message is written in Crayola crayons. Oh, brother. All right, well, we'll see how that goes. And just a heads up, we are at the 1 hour mark of stream, which means probably about 15 minutes left, maybe 30 if we're feeling hype. And therefore, let me remind you of a couple things. First and foremost, tomorrow is our next Fan Art Friday. And Desk would like to inform you that if you've checked out the rules and you know that the art you're going to send us follows those rules, for instance, no art of just your OC. It has to be relating to an actual canon SCP or Dr. Sherman, who is not an SCP, by the way. It has to be of a quality that's more than just like a circle that is orange called 999. If you fit our rules, then you can send your email to site42artwalk@gmail.com. And if you enjoy, if your art follows all the rules, then you will be able to be shown on stream tomorrow. Where do we find the rules? So, Desk, do me a favor, and I want you to place them in the fan art section of the Discord server and pin them if they aren't. That would be a good place to have them. People who aren't on the fan art or aren't on the Discord server, you can go to this Twitter post that Desk has made and has linked you in the chat. And Desk's message there will link you to the rules if you can't go to the Discord. Furthermore, remember, today's sponsor of today's stream at the hour mark here. Today's sponsor is the SCP playing cards, which have met their stretch goal. If that was one of you guys in the chat, congratulations. So, they've got their SCP playing cards of all types. I can make this bigger. That's fine. Back it up. Or maybe the screen will crash. That's fine. Shiny. Oh, who's that dapper gentleman spinning that pen that's very non-anomalous? Ah, the magic box. That is kind of cool. That is kind of dope. I like gold. Lots of the Scarlet King.
Hi guys, Mendo from VIPC here. Today just want to share with you this amazing collector box I've been working on for my new playing card project.
I don't know, can you hear him?
All this spot UV design, and this main gimmick is that once you open it up, the playing card inside just rises up, and you close it and it drops down, and you can just do this all day long. Very addictive. And most importantly, there's nothing showing. Every mechanism is hidden, so it's just this self-rising goodness. Spent so much time making this work, making everything perfect, and hiding every mechanism. So I really hope you guys would like this and see you over the campaign.
Yeah, actually, I hadn't watched the Kickstarter video yet. That is the first time I've seen his face. We have been talking on email for years. That's actually the first time I've ever seen what he looks like. Handsome gentleman. But, yes. So if you go to the link in our description or the link that we have pinned in the chat, you too can get yourself a couple packs of these Dr. Sherman and other SCPs, I guess, playing cards. This is the third and possibly final set that they will be doing. So then they'll go on to new projects. But thank you, VIPC and Mendel, for your support of Site 42 and the SCP community in general. All right, I think I saw Ko-Fi come in while I was doing that. I don't want to miss that notification again. The Thomas, thank you for donating the Ko-Fi. Just to say, remember to like the stream, Containment Hazard Assessment Team, so we beat the YouTube algorithm. Yes, you can beat it in sports, you can beat it in chess, you can beat the algorithm in competitive rowing, you can beat the algorithm at its own game. Whatever you do, just beat the algorithm by hitting that like button. Drac, thank you for donating again on the Ko-Fi. Oh, Mama said you should tell the 05 people she said you were normal. And also asked Clef to treat me like his child. I highly doubt Clef is going to do that, and I fear for what he's going to do for having even asked. I don't know how Clef is with adoptive children. Already he's a little touchy with the one he has. Tyler, first stream. Hi, Dr. Sherman. First time with one of your lectures. Well, it seems you've caught me in a particularly low point, as I am frickin' quarantined, being accused of being anomalous in some manner. In multiple manners, actually, which are all ridiculous. So, Listen. I do not have a cognito hazard that makes people dance when I walk in the room. I do not have black demon eyes and demon powers. I am not an avatar of the Scarlet King. I am a Florida man, and Florida men are anomalous, but that doesn't make me anomalous. Two mutually exclusive statements can be true. Pataphysical quantum superposition is a thing. So, listen, it's fine. I'm not anomalous. Nor am I anomalous because I want SCP-4521 to scream. Nor am I anomalous because I correctly correct people about wrong uses for titanium. SCP-022-J-2 is not a real thing, nor am I a spreading vector for it. I'm not anomalous. You're the reason I started twirling my pen. Oh, that's very cool. Yes, it's a fun little fidget. Soon you'll find yourself twirling carrots when you're eating chicken wings, Or the celery. You can twirl celery too, it turns out. The Computer Guy. Oh, brother. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member, as well as extending my stay in this quarantine. Grab yourself, I don't know, a quiche on your way past the commissary. I see you've still not figured out a way to rebut my calling you out for being a Florida man and anomalous as a result. Don't worry, there's nothing wrong with being an anomalous member of staff. There is a little something wrong with being an anomalous member of staff. Our whole thing is containing anomalies and locking down normalcy for the public. Even using anomalies for that purpose is tetchy in certain sectors of the Foundation. So, listen, the pataphysics department and the quantum physics department are both working on untangling your particular assertion. So when they get results, I'll be hella out of here, non-anomalous as ever. What's a quiche? A quiche is basically like an omelet that's also a pie. Instead of like fluffy eggs, the eggs are like thicker. And so it's like a pie made out of eggs with stuff in it. I've never had to describe a quiche, so that is my first time. It is a French tart consisting of pastry crust filled with savory custard and pieces of cheese, meat, seafood, or vegetables. So it's a savory custard. It is not necessarily an egg, but it is a savory egg custard. So yeah, it's basically like an omelet pie. Omelette du fromage. Orange Cloud, thank you for donating again. Would the sword in the stone be considered anomalous? Yes, the sword in the stone would be anomalous because a wizard put it there, put magic on it that it can't be removed. That's definitely anomalous, yes. Now, a normal rock be with a normal sword in it, that could be non-anomalous, but the sword in the stone is anomalous. VW Austerlitz, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Make sure to get yourself an omelet on your way past the commissary. Well, have we tried sending 096 into a black hole? Well, after we sent it into the sun in that one universe, and the sun started moving toward Earth, yeah, launching into space kind of got put on the back burner. Jinx, being neurodivergent is not anomalous. Otherwise, we would contain neurodivergent people, and notice how many of them are not contained. And in fact, it makes you more likely to be picked up on the hiring pool for the Foundation, because we need people with particular interests and such. Bro investigated the spiral gestrel. Listen, Eskia and I have had words, but I'm not going that deep yet. If you're not supposed to tell the public what SCPs are, what are you doing? Intern Classified, and anyone else who doesn't remember this, in case you weren't here during the times when we've talked about this, I have this stream specifically broadcasting through our deals, the Foundation, with Google, Google's parent company, Alphabet. We have special Foundation-only back channels through the YouTube app. And so if you are seeing this stream, you must be either A, Foundation staff member, obviously. B, an anomaly in containment who has privileges to have access to a phone with limited internet, which is rare, but it happens. B, 3, C, you are a sleeper agent in a group of interest who is just awoken, and in that case, your dossier is under your chair. Get to work and welcome back, agent. And fourth, in universes where there is a broken masquerade scenario, where the public knows about anomalies and is instead, and it therefore knows about the Foundation, I am simply doing public relations work to keep the public on the side of the Foundation. I am not revealing anomalies to the public. That is not how I do things around here. Obviously, that's not the Foundation way. If you're not an anomaly, why is your hair that cool? Gotcha. Well, I appreciate the compliment. The on-site stylist did this with normal, non-anomalous bleach and hair dye. And I'm sorry, I forgot to ask about what hair dye it is for whoever asked that question yesterday. I'm an ass. I need to ask them. I will remember to do that. I will remember to do that. But yes, this is completely non-anomalous, and you can go get yourself a cool hairdo at the salon right now. I mean, if all of you do it at once, then you will probably create a line. But hey, yeah, go get fun-colored hair. Any color pattern you want. I mean, this is the peacock hair. Came out pretty cool. See what you get. Was Jesus an anomaly? Well, intern Vax, we have 4 Jesuses in containment currently, and so you're going to have to be more specific. All of them are anomalous, so 100% hit rate on that, so the answer is probably yes. Because we have bread Jesus, a Jesus made entirely of bread, whose blood is wine, and if you eat the bread or drink the wine, it heals you, but you become cognitively, hazardlessly a follower of the religion of bread Jesus. We have Jesus, or Milk Jesus, SCP-6542, and that one just wants the world to drink milk and eat cheese, so that's easy to contain. Uber Driver Jesus, SCP-029-J, just is a Uber driver with a dope angelic ride. And then finally, we have Vor Jesus. Vor Jesus, SCP-5991, if you eat an entire Christian Bible without condiments, then Vor Jesus comes and eats you, and that transports you to the Jesus Land theme park in its stomach, which is abandoned, except for a copy of Vor Jesus in the center of it reading a scroll of some sort. Yeah, there's too many G's-I. You're right, Dr. Light. Your girl, JJ, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. Don't forget about Clown Milk Jesus. Not on the wiki yet. Not official. Chris the Direwolf Boy, thank you for donating again. Is asking Desk, does that mean SCP-53RM is on the wiki? I can answer that question for you. No. SCP-53RM, hashtag codename Sherm, is not on the wiki because I'm not an SCP, because I'm not anomalous. Orange Cloud, thank you for donating again. In a universe where the majority of the population consists of anomalous part human creatures and are widely known and accepted, would the SCP Foundation try to contain them? In that case, the situation is more likely that the populace is what we would consider anomalous, but they're not anomalous because that's normal there. But then you have to deal with the fact that there are still anomalies in that universe. So the main populace wouldn't be anomalous in that case, but the anomalies in that universe would still be anomalous. I could never twirl my pen before you said how the other day, and now I can very well. That seems anomalous to me. Practicing is not anomalous. Learning from a teacher is not anomalous. Stop giving them ideas. My boss is asking you to stop containing Wondertainment's toys. Your boss can suck it. We are containing anomalies. That's what we do here. I thought you were Class D for the orange suit. Yes, this is just what I have to wear in quarantine. It's fine. I am still site director of this site. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating again. Could I try making an SCP-53RM document for SCP-53RM? I mean, you can try anything. But especially if you're going to try and get it canonized on the wiki, it's going to be a hard sell. You're going to have to write a damn fine article to get the online author base to approve of an article about me. That is just not the site culture these days. Even the main anomalous doctors like Clef, Glass, Gears, they don't have SCP documents about them. So it's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough journey. What is your opinion? Caden, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself some scrambled eggs on your way past the commissary. What is your opinion on SCP-7042 being archived? I'm unfamiliar with the scenario, so I'm going to have to look into it. There's a splash page of some sort scrolling, making it hard to read what's going on here. What is this about? Why can't I read it? What are you doing? Why is it scrolling? I mean, this article doesn't look archived. It looks like it's still here. It's at a plus 72 rating. It's not going to be Yeah, I don't know what you mean. It looks like it's still here. You'll need to tell me more. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating again. And you told Clef okay. I hope Clef gave you some good advice. Bucky Tex, I wish there was a Site 42 Discord server. Should I tell him? You gotta find it. It's an Easter egg hunt. Good luck. Intern M of the SCP Aviary Division. Welcome to Level 1 membership here at Site 42 as a Level 1 researcher. We appreciate your membership and your service in the ongoing battle against the White Names. What plants from Plants vs. Zombies would you say are anomalous? Intern Gamer Alex, all of them. They are definitely anomalous plants, the lot of them. Yes, and please, guys, remember, every chat in-joke we make here at the Critical Containment Hazard Assessment Team, it does not need to be an SCP document. Trust me. There are certain concepts that are just better as chat memes that don't need to go the full canonization route. Clown Milk Jesus, SCP, 53RM, all of these are just fine as chat memes. We don't have to canonize everything on the wiki. Trust me, that's a lot of effort for some easy jokes. We can just enjoy the joke as it is. I saw a Ko-Fi donation. Let me get that before it gets lost in the shuffle. The Thomas, thank you for donating again. PSA about tactical cosplay. because I just got sent another stupid video. Please do not wear tactical cosplay outside of any convention ground. This will get the police called on you in 65% of cases and can get you arrested, especially if you have fake weapons. I think I just saw the video you're talking about too, which is a congoer in tack gear, Umbrella Corporation tack gear, got arrested someone called the police on him. So yeah, be really careful with that. Don't wear your tack gear in public, full gear, in a way that will get you in trouble. That's dangerous. Be careful. Chris the Direwolf Boy, thank you for donating again. There are 2 Discord servers. Now I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you're talking about Discord. Yes, Discord is also cool. Junior Researcher Schaefer, thank you for becoming a level 1 researcher here at Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service, especially the research you're putting into plans for the battle against the White Names. Toxical, long time no see, buddy. Thank you for your first donation of today's stream, as well as being a member, and it being an incredibly generous donation to boot. When you're on your way past the commissary, and I mean past the commissary, I want you to look at the janitorial closet that seems to go into the on-site swimming pool. It seems like it's going to go in there, but it doesn't seem like there's a spatial reason for that. That's because that janitor's closet is a spatial anomaly that you are welcome to entertain yourself within for your generous donation today. Much obliged. Oh, and you said Dr. Sherman. Well, it's better than Sherman-anomalous. Finally got a decent break from all this anomalous documentation, but what do you think SCP-973 would react to a self-driving car? SCP-973, you say? 973... Smoky. Because it's of 2 entities, a police cruiser resembling those by state troopers used in the early 70s, and it's a Caucasian male in his 40s in the state trooper car. Will manifest when another vehicle enters the territory, believed to be triggered by the target vehicle accelerating over the speed. When this limit is broken, 973 will appear and will chase down the target at high speed. This is accompanied by a looping message played on the radio consisting of the phrase, "Run, expletive deleted." In double-digit percentages of cases, the target will flee 973 in pursuit, and will be overtaken in 1 to 6 minutes. At this point, data expunged. The remains of 34 individuals and 19 vehicles have been found within 6.4 kilometers of the affected roadway. The range of damage done to the bodies includes evisceration, rape, content warning, data expunged, and 3 cases where the body had been damaged by the impact to the point that visual identification was impossible. 5 survivors are within Foundation custody, all suffering from varying degrees of mental trauma. The recovered vehicles showcase heavy impact damage, both environmental and inflicted. I would simply say the only 2 things that could happen here are 973 either attacks and destroys the car for going over the limit, or it ignores it because there's no people to manhandle. It is something we can test now that technology has moved up, but it might just be a waste of resources because we already know how to contain it after all. I think I saw Ko-Fi come in. Let me double check that real quick. By the way, time check. We are in the last 5 minutes of stream, everyone. The last 5 minutes of stream. Thanamy, thank you for donating again through the Ko-Fi. Out of curiosity, if you encountered an old rotary dial phone with only the head part left and the wire is cut, but it is ringing, what would you do? Okay. To a point, I have to be the stereotypical white people in a movie. Scientific curiosity says that I would have to pick up the phone. Scientific curiosity says I would have to pick up the phone. There are rules here. I am a researcher. How is Site 42 going? Friendly regards, Anonymous Site 80 personnel. Well, Site 80, we're doing okay, I guess. I mean, our site director is quarantined for no reason. But it's protocol. It's protocol. It's fine. The protocols are being followed, which is a good thing. And I guess Steve is doing a decent job as interim site director. That's what I'm hearing anyways. Junior Researcher Schaefer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member now. Make sure to grab yourself a jellied donut on your way past the commissary. I'm going to fill your office with bonsai trees while you're not there. But I don't know karate. I do not follow Mr. Miyagi's ways. Okay, actually, the guy is wise. I do follow his ways to a point. But I do not hang out with Ralph Macchio. That is an unfounded rumor. How much money would you need to join the Chaos Insurgency? Those D-bags? No, I wouldn't join the Chaos Insurgency. Treasonous losers, the lot of them. Oh, my AI told me to stop the Foundation from doing what they're doing. Do you listen to yourselves? Are you kidding me? They are literally in the throes of AI psychosis before we knew what AI psychosis was in 2025. The Chaos Insurgency are idiots, weak-willed, don't use ChatGPT. Java name. Thank you for gifting 50 Site 42 memberships to our Containment Hazard Assessment team. We appreciate your epic level membership and service in the battle against the white names. And if you get one of those memberships from Java Name, make sure you thank Java Name for their generous donation to the cause. W Java indeed, everyone. Java Pog, yes indeed. Dark Duality, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a Ecto Cooler on your way past the commissary. The Fae are tricksters dancing, mind control is right up their alley. I am not one of those who live in the woods of the woods with no name. I am not one of the nameless from the woods with no name. Not I, not Anomalous, and not one of those with no name from the woods of no name. Oh, and by the way, Java Name, you are free to get yourself a whole coffee platter on your way past the commissary. I'm talking Java chip ice cream, get yourself a macchiato, throw in some of those delicious coffee-flavored chocolates and cookies. You and your generosity over there, thank you so much. Saw Ko-Fi pop up. Let me grab that real quick. Drac, thank you for donating to the Ko-Fi again. Can I nap in your office while you're not there? I promise to be good and not look for candy. Well, you have to run it by Steve right now. Interim Site Director Steve. Lulz, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Grab yourself a Wafa Thin Mint on your way past the commissary. Can you sing the SCP-173 song? Is there an SCP-173 song? I'm unfamiliar. Yup, I don't know what that is. Peanut, 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 peanut. Snap. Is that it? Jaboot, does he read stream? Well, I read the Containment Hazard Assessment Team, i.e. chat, yes. Time check, please. Jinx, we are 1 minute over the end of stream, but I still have donations to do. So I'm working my way downtown, I'm walking fast, there's faces passing, I'm homebound. But I gotta finish the job here. Drax says, okay, Steve says yeah, then Steve says yeah. Have a nap. And then fires the missiles! I'm just joking, that was a meme, that was a reference. Don't fire any missiles. Not from my office anyways. Intern M, thank you for donating again. Have you finally stopped torturing the flora, Dr. Sherman? Got that tree screaming yet? Waste of time if you ask me, it doesn't even fly. Listen, A, that tree will scream. I will make it scream. Then the whole project will be done. It'll be fine. It'll be over. Furthermore, it is not anomalous for me to want the tree to scream. It is completely normal to want a non-screaming tree to scream like every other tree on Earth. Okay? Java name. Dump in another 50 donated gift memberships onto the chat. Me oh my. Java name, thank you again for your generosity. Our resources in the battle against the white names are booming. Make sure to thank Java for your membership if you receive one. And hell, if you just want to shout out Java's generosity anyways, I'm not going to argue with you. Dark Duality, thank you for donating again. I know, but they could be messing with you. I could check the surveillance and see if any of those who we do not refer to were present at either of the bars I went to. Okay, you're onto something here. I appreciate the insight. Good thinking, good thinking. Java, I was about to start the outro because we're overtime on stream. And then you donated another 50 memberships, my friend. Mon ami, your generosity is through the charts. The white names won't stand a chance against us after this. What's your favorite Mobile Task Force unit? Classified. Of course, it is Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codenamed the Signal Boosters, who make their home in the chat of Site-42 and help me to highlight SCP projects and merch opportunities and the wiki itself as we can to keep the Foundation fighting strong. Mobile Task Force Psi-42, codenamed Signal Boosters, also the best damn hot dog eaters in the Foundation. Hot dog eating champions 2025, you know it. So yes, that is my favorite Mobile Task Force, hands down. Are Apple users able to receive memberships? I believe it's only on a PC or the desktop version of YouTube on your phone, which is really hard to get to. But yes, because YouTube takes a cut of the membership fee, YouTube doesn't allow memberships through the Apple Store. Felix. Oh, wow, showing up right at the end. Good to see ya. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself a cruller on your way past the commissary. Hello, Dr. Sherman. Are you okay? Do you need me to get you a food fabricator? One of the refugee anomalies from the GOC incident can teleport. Oh, no. Not another teleporter. That's just going to cause more problems. Listen, if something comes into my quarantine that's not allowed, it's only going to lengthen the quarantine. So let's not do that. Let's not. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Harlequin, if you got that gifted membership, thank Java Name. Java Name just dropped 100 memberships on the chat. No, sorry, 150 memberships on the chat today. Java Name is our MVP member donator of the day for sure. Lulz, thank you for donating again. To clarify, it seems, SCP Roblox. There's an SCP Roblox 173 song. Java name. While I'm looking this up, due to your extreme generosity in the memberships today, Clef is allowing you to say hello to SCP-166, whom they are extremely protective of. So that is a bit of a benefit. All right, I'm scared to look this up. I'm not seeing one. I'm seeing a lot of videos that say a lot of things, but... Oh, now I changed the term slightly, and I'm seeing a bunch of different ones. The sculpture, waiting, extended version, playful statue, mega extended. There's a lot of these songs here. I don't know exactly which one you are referring to. Felix, thank you for donating again. Well, we could just teleport the fabricator. Get approval from interim director Steve and see if that works. It probably won't at this point. What was I looking at? Oh, yes, the Ko-Fi. The Ko-Fi. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, you sent me lyrics to an SCP-173 song on Lyrics Genius. Thank you for donating the Ko-Fi, by the way. But also, when I click the link, it doesn't open. Something must have gone wrong when you posted the link because it's coming up nothing. I wonder what that's about. Lulz, thank you for donating again. Mr. Sherman, teach me double charge pen. I mean, this is just a normal pen. It is not anomalous. It doesn't charge anything. Intern Harlequin, I'm sorry for the loss of your father. That is a hard thing to go through. I hope you've got other family members as well as friends to help you through this trying time. As much death as we see in the Foundation, it's never easy. Except for D-Class, then it's a little easy. But it's never easy with actual respected people. Double checking everything here. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating the Ko-Fi again. And this time, you got the name right. It worked. Now, I don't know this song at all, but at least I have a name of it now. Is this how it starts? Am I gonna get copyright struck for this? Okay, that's a very basic rhyme scheme and a very basic rhythm. There's nothing special about that. All right. Desk. I did mute you guys momentarily so I didn't get copyright struck by that song. Only for a second so I could hear what it sounded like. Felix, thank you for donating again. So what happened to you, Dr. Sherman? Are you okay? All right. As I begin the outro here, I will first once more explain what happened here. Christopher and Jorge, welcome to Site 42 staff. Thank you for subscribing. And Chris the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating again. I don't know, I was just showing you the song. No, thank you for getting the link right and making sure I could see it. Now I can confirm what Lulz was talking about because I jumped from one to the other. And now that you guys have put through such effort, maybe we have a new credit song for today. Maybe. But as a reminder, right now I am not a D-class. I am still site director of this damn site. But right now, I stand accused of having several anomalies linked to me in some way, which is complete poppycock as a normal site director, a normal human, non-anomalous site director. They think I can make people dance by walking into a room like a cognitive hazard. They think I have black demon eyes and demon powers. They think I'm the avatar of the Scarlet King. The computer guy is the closest one to actually making sense, which is that there is I am a Florida man, and it is known that Florida men are anomalous, but somehow I am not anomalous. So we have two mutually exclusive statements that are both true, which is weird. But quantum physics and pataphysics are working on figuring out that whole superposition, so they'll figure it out. And meanwhile, today they added charges that my attempts to make 4521 scream are an assumption that I'm some sort of anomaly, and that my frustration with people not knowing how to use freaking titanium, i.e. accusing me of being a release vector for SCP-022-J. And I'm just letting the process play out. Justice will prevail, and I will be free tomorrow. They've got nothing on me. I'm not anomalous. It's going to be fine. But that does bring us, everybody, to the end of today's stream. We are 13 minutes over, but that's okay. I have some tests to run from the luxurious audiophonics lab I'm locked in. Last dono I got here, Lulz, thank you for donating again. Make an anomaly that is a tree and never screams at all. First of all, don't make more anomalies. We already have enough anomalies to contain without making more of them. Secondly, there is already an anomalous tree that never screams. It is 4521. We will make it scream. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Chris, the Dire Wolf Boy, thank you for donating again in the Ko-Fi. What if you're avatar of Dream of the Endless? What if you are an avatar of Dream of the... I don't know exactly what that means. You might need to type a little more of that sentence out. It was a little short. But I am not an avatar of anything, to my knowledge, so it's a moot point. So, here at the end of stream, first and foremost, I'm going to tell you about our sponsor one more time, because we are sponsored today, people. We are sponsored by VIPC Playing Cards. They are making some awesome SCP playing cards with a cool collectible box that opens to and fro with metal ID card making you a member of Mobile Task Force Fire Eater. Then several pretty decks of various colorations, including such fan favorites of the SCP Foundation as Dr. Sherman, Mobile Task Force Fire Eater, Sergeant, I don't know who that Sergeant is actually, Aaron Siegel, I feel like I know that name. 051, oh, okay. Here's SCP-5031, yet another murder monster. Here is Grand Carcissist Ion. Here's your favorite doctor again, as well as Mike from SCP Illustrated. Mr. Illustrated is in here too. We've got the Gate Guardian, and that says God, but we all know it's not God. SCP-343 is not God. I will have to correct them later. And SCP-049 is here as well. All sorts of extra stuff, like the black version of that metal card. So yes, if you go to the link in our chat, or the link in the description, You can score some of that sweet, sweet merch before it goes out in 4 days. It gets, you get a discount if you get it now, so the sooner the better. Now, furthermore, I would like to, before we leave, advertise our friend of the channel, Desk. Desk, our chat moderator, is going to be streaming in about an hour or two on Twitch at The Desk SCP. The Desk SCP is where you can find Desk and SCP-1471, codename Mallow, streaming later. What are you streaming, Desk? You are streaming Schedule 1. I do not know what Schedule 1 is, but these two, Mallow and Dr. Clef, will be playing it on stream on the Desk SCP Twitch. So if you want to see that, you can join them in a little bit while I'm off working and being stuck here. A couple donations came in during my first part of the outro. Guardian Witch of the Commonwealth, thank you for 2 donations right off the bat, your first 2 of the day. Grab yourself some cocktail sausages on your way past the commissary. If VHS monsters were SCPs, are you talking about like an analog horror thing? Because VHS monster sounds very general. I'm not necessarily, I mean, we would have to contain them whatever they were, so it would just be a matter of ironing out their powers. The franchise VHS. Oh, I see. All right, well, there are a bunch of those. And so part of the problem becomes, I mean, that's way too many of them to even run down, isn't it? VHS monsters, characters. Rory the Shapeshifter, you can put in a box. God of Technology, put in a Faraday cage. Humanoid Hybrids, box. Lily's Succubus, I hate that. Put it in a box and don't let any staff members near it. Most of these look like they can just go in a box, honestly. Desk, Clef, and Mallow are not allowed to make drugs to sell on the street to pay for amnestics. Our budget has been cut in recent months, but it's not that bad. All right, let me double check the Ko-Fi, make sure I'm not missing anything there as I make my way out. You could be related to this Chris the Direwolf Boy. Thank you for donating again. Chris the Direwolf Boy says you could be related to the Sandman character called Dream of the Endless, aka the Dream King. Could I? I'm not familiar with Dream of the Endless, aka the Dream King, or what it can do. But I do know that I'm not anomalous in any way, and therefore the likelihood of that crossover is unlikely. Completely non-anomalous, remember. Lulz, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, what happened to the cat girl dimension? Well, we pushed a whole lot of SCP-049s into it as revenge for killing Dr. Raymond Ham. But then, I mean, it was just a lot. So we're taking a break, but we'll get back to work on that soon. Vengeance will be nigh, etc., etc. Meanwhile, we have to keep the Mobile Task Force members away from it because they keep trying to go there, and then they come back all annoyed that the cat girls are annoying, which I told them they were. You know how it is, those jocks. All right, so here at the end of stream, as always is a tradition, I tell you my favorite SCPs. Now, I'm not going to tell you the SCPs I personally wrote are my favorites. That would be cheating. But if you want to read the SCPs I wrote, you can go to the Sherm's author page in Site42 Hub on the SCP Wiki. There, you will see some SCPs that I wrote, alongside some that I made sound effects or voice work for. And so you can check out all my articles there, and on the tab over from the articles, you'll find some links. Some links many people are very interested in finding sometimes. Little Easter eggs in the world. And while you're there, you can become a Site42 patron or a channel member on YouTube to support us once a month for donations. You could do Ko-Fi or YouTube Super Chats to donate to us one at a time if you'd rather do it that way. Either way, any financial donation helps me and the team keep the lights on, so we appreciate it. Furthermore, if you are part of the Broke Gang, which, trust me, many of us are, we're an arts community, so we all know how about that broke-ass art life. But as long as you are here, liking, sharing, subscribing, chatting, commenting, watching the videos, engaging, then you are helping us game YouTube's algorithm to bring people into Site 42 and therefore the SCP community, and that means you are a valued member of Mobile Task Force Sci 42, codename the Signal Boosters. Some of the best damn hot dog eaters I've ever seen as well. So thank you for your service. Desk is showing me the Sandman character in the back channels. Chris the Dire Wolf Boy says, thank you for donating the Ko-Fi again. Dream's personality is a lot like yours, if a bit more stiff. Oh. Yes, I try not to be a stick in the mud. I mean, we already have Dr. Gears around for that, so. Each of the ends possesses an object which serves as their sigil. Dream Soldier is the helm that he wears in a battle, crafted from the spine and skull of a fallen god aeons ago. Huh. Alright, that's a lot you got going on there. Well, I do not have superhuman strength, or stamina, or reflexes. I do not alter my size or teleport. I don't have telekinesis, or power distribution, or photokinesis, or metamorphosis, or magic, or immortality, or illusion casting, or healing, or energy absorption, or dreaming reality warping, or fear protection, or dream conjuring, or dimensional travel, or cosmic awareness, or personification of dreams. Therefore, I am definitely not anomalous as a relation to this character from a different faction of the multiverse. And Felix, thank you for donating again. Dr. Sherman, I can boost the budget if me and the refugees can make some more tech to cut the budget for equipment. If you want me to we can also do research. Hey, if we can get some tech upgrades and some extra research hands, that's not a bad thing, especially while I'm currently indisposed. So sure, check with Steve since I'm not allowed to approve things right now. And now, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. Speed round 3999-304-3008-J, Spooky-J, 5031, 5175, 5320, 8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. Site 42 staff, I will see you tomorrow. Finally free from quarantine. It's gonna taste so sweet. They'll know I'm not anomalous, and it's gonna be fine. So, thank you so much for being here today to keep me company while I'm in quarantine. This has been another quarantine coffee break with Dr. Sherman, a frighteningly normal subsidiary of the Anomalous broadcast from Site 42. Hopefully we can stop that. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. I'll see you in the next video or stream. You know, we need a backing track for this one. SCP, SCP, SCP-173, SCP, SCP, SCP-173. When I first saw him, I was really scared. We came with 3 men and got fully prepared. Standing in the corner, there against the wall, looking like a giant white concrete rubber doll. Then I walked to him, like, really close. I looked at his face, but it had no nose. Then something went just terribly wrong. And this is just a part of the 173 song. SCP, SCP, SCP-173, SCP, SCP-173. There was a problem with the doors and the electricity too. And before I knew, he was out of my view, standing behind my back with my friend's back. He killed him with one single attack. Short after that, he killed my other mate, and then I just became really afraid, standing there in front of me, and my pants came wet, dude. I had to pee. He didn't move, and I like, what the heck? And suddenly I blinked, and he snapped my neck. SCP, SCP, SCP-173, SCP, SCP, SCP-173. And that's enough of that. It was not bad. I enjoyed the way I could put a little stank on it. That is the SCP-173 song by Glenn Leroy. Glenn Leroy. Obviously, I used a different backing track, and I gave it my own spice for the lyrics, a little bit of a B-52's inspiration, you might call it. And there was one more donation to the Ko-Fi during that outro. Thank you for infinite cake after paperwork is done, Drac. Thank you for donating again. Be safe, be well, Site 42 staff, and I'll see you later.